Good morning, Mayor, Councilors, Mr. Chairman. Yeah, thanks. My name is Trey Siegfried, and I'm a citizen airman of the Oklahoma National Guard. Oklahoma National Guard has approximately 10,000 total forces members. About 7,500 are Army soldiers, and 2,500 are airmen. In Tulsa, at the 138th Fighter Wing, which I'm a pilot and a member in the unit, we have about 1,200 airmen, of which a third, about 400, are full-time. Economic footprint in the area, about every year, $80 million. Federal dollars come in the economic footprint. Money multiplier is close to about $500 million annually. We're the second largest F-16 wing operated by the Air National Guard in the United States. So the ask this morning, what we're looking at here is construction for 119,000 square foot simulator building for about $9.4 million. In the simulator building, which would be out here on land already provided by the city and the council, thank you all very much for that, is part of our expansion program. We're looking at right here is this simulator building, main base being here, Mingo Road out here, the simulator complex, and there was the POL site, mission storage area. So let's talk about this simulator building and why it's needed. First of all, the building parametric design and the funding, this is actually the actual numbers off of another Air Force facility located overseas that they've just begun to break ground on. The building is made specifically to handle sensitive programs. The building would be made for what we call a mission training center for the F-16 simulators. So current aircraft that I fly, the F-16, it would be in this building. As we've talked about, the future mission of the wing and so forth would be the F-35. This building would be able to be compatible and modified for F-35 in the future. So what the need for the simulator building is that this will allow the pilots to specifically train in a series of 4 linkable simulator bays. So 4 pods would be in this building where we can simulate fighting and protection against the newest 21st century air-to-air and air-to-ground threats. We're unable to, as directly and as accurately work up training scenarios in the actual aircraft versus the simulator. So the simulator building, active duty units have these, but they're not all fielded entirely, especially in the Air National Guard. So what we have here in this situation is in 2015, the National Defense Plan for the budget was the Defense Authorization Act had the actual language for simulator building up to about $24.7 million. It was in the House version, and it was passed, which was much due to Congressman Breitenstein. It wasn't even in the Senate version, so we have reason to believe or expect that it will again appear in the House version, at least, for the National Defense Authorization Act for 2016 up and coming. So What's the catch? The government will fund the simulators, so that 25 to $30 million range will be funded, but the building is not funded. They give you the simulators, but the building isn't there. So if the city, in this case, through incentives, were to put this, our proposal for a building of about 9.4 million, we would get approximately, a total of 40. So the 10 will get you 40. And it also positions and postures for the future of the 138th Fighter Wing and F-35. This, there is an objective grading criterion that, the Pentagon, the Air Force comes down and they say, this unit is going to have, has this airspace, weapon storage area, POL, sim building.
1 minute.
Where it would it's a very positive leg up, positive, favorable discriminator to the future in that grading criteria. The other thing is, in the Guard units, our current pilots, we have to go to other units, either active duty as far as overseas, to get simulator time. We have a requirement to do the sims, and it's top-notch training, the best you can get in the world. We don't have it here, and so it's been noted that, Tulsa, central location, the ability for the economic development from out of town, this would be a regional type training center where we would open slots to not just our pilots, but around the country, if not overseas. So you might ask, well, what about federal dollars, military construction projects? Well, this program to get funded, we're looking at in the next, as early as possible, next couple of years. MILCON project today in Department of Defense could be anywhere from 5 to 10 years, as I know we've talked about in some of our other projects. So that is the presentation and the ask for the simulator facility just located up near the airport for your consideration.